The hamburger is a symbol of American culture, as well as the American diet. The average American eats about 3 burgers a week, which adds up to 50 billion burgers a year. That's a lot of beef. That's also a lot of land necessary to raise those cows, and a lot of water to grow the plants they eat. That's also a lot of money to raise the animals and process the meat, even if the government subsidizes most of it. And that's also a lot of health issues, which have been researched extensively and proven time and time again. America's meat industry is massive, and has a massive impact on our government, on our health, on our money, and on our planet. But to really understand where this is all going, it helps to understand how we got here in the first place. Almost 2 centuries ago, meat was one reason why immigrants found America so amazing. When the Irish came in the 1840s, they wrote letters back saying, "I eat meat every day," and got letters back saying, "You must be kidding. It can't be true," says Roger Horowitz, historian and author of Putting Meat on the American Table. Back in Europe, the growing of livestock was often organized and regulated in such a way that funneled meat straight to the wealthy or landed aristocracy. In the New World, though, meat was much easier to find. Grazing lands were close to cities, sometimes even inside them. Farmers quickly realized that raising animals was a good business. Cities set up markets for them. And the result is a flourishing of the livestock industry very early on in American history. So, when new technology came along, like railroads and refrigeration, American entrepreneurs were able to jump right in and used it to turn beef into a centralized national industry. As the meat industry has expanded, though, more and more is needed to sustain it. Let's talk about resources. You need a lot of space to raise livestock. If you eat a standard American diet, it takes 2 football fields of land to feed 1 person per year. On a plant-based diet, 2 football fields of land can feed 14 people per year. You've probably heard of the term deforestation in a science class. It's the clearing of trees for human uses, and it's ruining our forests. Cattle farming is responsible for almost 70% of deforestation in the Amazon rainforest, followed by agriculture. Farmers have to cut down forests to provide more room for planting crops or grazing livestock. However, just 55% of the world's crop calories are actually eaten directly by people. Over a third of the world's crops are grown just for animal feed. The remaining 9% goes toward biofuels and other industrial uses. The proportions are even more striking in the United States, where just 27% of crop calories are consumed by people, and 67% goes toward animal feed. Cornell ecologist David Pimentel says the United States could feed 800 million people with the grain that livestock eat.